In this episode of New York Next, we are at Ernesta, a company trying to crack open the $120 billion rug industry. We have a no-holds-barred conversation with its CEO, John Foley, who was the Peloton founder. He gets candid about his time at the company, that infamous Mr. Big heart attack, as well as why he's all in on this new venture and why his ride or dies from Peloton followed him here. Tell us about Ernesta. Tell us what you do, what the vision is, and how you got here. I understand it started a couple years ago.
Yeah, sure. So I've been a student of rugs for decades. I love rugs, I love interior design, I love design. And I've found that stores sell rugs that are standard sizes. And what you want in your space is not a standard size rug. You want a rug that fits your specific space. So Ernesta brings custom sized rugs to the market at affordable prices in as little as 2 weeks.
So you've gone from Barnes & Noble to Peloton to now Ernesta, which is a rug company. What is the through line in all of the work that you've been doing?
Well, broadly, consumer brands. We have to fabricate the rug, we cut it on demand, we cut it to your size, we serge it or bind it and bring it to your home. And so yes, there's distribution of big heavy stuff, last mile delivery, we have inventory, all this stuff you speak of, but on relative terms, it's much easier than what we were doing at Peloton, to be honest.
Getting to Peloton, when you look back at that time, what is your biggest regret?
Certainly chasing the demand during COVID. We were so essential to people's lives during COVID, and in our effort to really get as many bikes and treads to people, we overinvested in capacity, and then coming out of COVID, that overinvestment became a liability. So that was kind of the story. It cost me my job. It was pretty brutal in the public markets. I've had to sell almost everything in my life. I built a fancy house and I had to sell it. So I'm hungry and humble, and I was able to raise some money for this new company that we're super excited about. And I also think potentially the best days of John Foley are ahead of me. So I love a good underdog story.
What's kept you sort of in the entrepreneurship space?
I think we did something special at Peloton. For sure, the team, we worked super hard, capital raising and execution. I don't think we were lucky at Peloton. I think we were good. And so if we are good, we can do something similar and build a similar disruptive consumer brand and great outsized shareholder returns in the home goods categories.
Can you comment on the Mr. Big moment? It seemed out of left field.
It certainly felt out of left field to the people at Peloton. I mean, it was brutal on a human level for a whole leadership, for everyone, because we really did think we were doing something special for the world. All of a sudden, we were just being trolled personally and corporately, and the stock and our story, and it just, everything was collapsing. I mean, there's no other way of explaining it. It was tough.
Did you have people you feel like wanted to bet on you after Peloton?
I had two people in particular that were excited to bet on me, and I'm super proud and honored and appreciative. Leaf Excel at Addition and John Callahan at True Ventures. They were both on the board of Peloton. They also know my team. A lot of the team we put together here at Ernesta are former Peloton folks. It meant a lot to me as life had kind of collapsed on me, to have some people that were there for me, and obviously meant the world.
You've moved all over the US. But you moved to New York and you have stayed here. Why?
If I were in Palo Alto, I don't think I would be plugged into the flow of information around trends and around sentiment and around consumers, the way they're thinking. So while you can hire software engineers and raise money out in the valley, I think a New York City entrepreneur has an advantage by the flow of information that they're in, and the conversations and the dinner parties with diverse, dynamic conversation versus kind of, again, unifaceted. I love New York. I love the people. I love the energy. New York is the greatest city in the world. I think it's just so wonderful, and I love it, and my family loves it.